Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to my channel and I hope you're doing fantastic. Well, we are almost towards the end of 2022, so it's time to say goodbye to 2022 and welcome an absolutely new year, that is 2023. And I had taken a pause from posting videos. I did post a vlog, there was a book launch, and do go and watch it. I'll link it over here. And I am now again back. Hopefully I'll be consistent in posting videos. I was actually not sure as to whatever I was posting, whether it was making any difference to people's life, and I also wanted to see what I really wanted to put out into the world as a content creator, if I may call myself that. And so I took time, and this is what I've learned, that if you're not sure about the things, there is no harm in taking a pause and re-evaluating the things, and whenever you feel called to, then just do it. Otherwise, if you just do it without any introspection, reflection, then you'll end up doing nothing. Well, so you know what, today I thought the year is ending, and it's a great time where almost everyone takes out some time to pause, ponder and look back. So I thought I'll make this video on what's your value. For those who have subscribed to my channel, for those who know me personally, for those who have had the chance of crossing paths with me, you know that I struggled with this thing called this feeling of worthiness, So that feeling of not being enough, not being good enough, not being worthy enough, that had been my struggle. And so I can speak from that space because I've overcome that, and I thought that what better day than today to discuss about this, what's your value. So before sharing my viewpoints and things like that, I would like to narrate a story, and I hope that with that story you will actually know what I'm trying to say. So the story goes like this. Once upon a time, son, he approaches his father and says, Father, what's my value? I want to know my value. And very often, you can also relate, like when you're going to charge some fees, or maybe you have a service to give, then what is that you will charge? People would say that based on what your value is, that's what you charge, right? So coming back to the point, the boy asked the father that, what's my value, So the father said, before I answer that question, what I want you to do is, I want you to take this stone. So he gave him a stone and a pebble or a stone, and then said that you go to the market, the nearby market which is there, and stand there with the stone in your hand. And if anybody asks you, what's the price? You are not going to say anything. All you're going to do is raise your hands and just show like this, all right? The boy was surprised pretty much, because I too was thinking, what is the man trying to do? And the boy, went and did exactly the way his father said. So he stood there with the stone in his hand, and he waited there for quite some time. Then a lady approached him and said, how much is the price of this stone? He didn't utter anything because he was asked and instructed not to. He just raised his hand and did this way. The lady said, oh, $2, give me that, I'm going to buy that stone. And again, the boy did not sell the stone because his father had just told him to do that and come back. So he came back to his father and he said, Father, you know what? The price of the stone is $2. The father didn't say anything. And then he said, okay, we haven't finished yet. So the next thing that you got to do is please go to the museum and then do exactly the same thing. Stand there with the stone in your hand, and if somebody asks you, just raise your hands this way. So the boy went to the museum, and he stood there, and after some time, a gentleman, he approached him and he said, "How much is the stone for?" The boy didn't say anything. He just raised his hands and said showed this way. The man said, "Oh, $200. Wow, fantastic. Please give me that stone." So the boy again, he returned back to his father and said, "Father, you won't believe it. You know, this $2 stone, now this gentleman is willing to pay me $200. So the father didn't say anything. The father told him that now there's one more place to go. And that is a place where you'll find a man who deals with these stones, very precious stones. So he is a seller and dealer of these precious stones. So what you do is you just go to him and stand in front of him with the stone and do not utter a word. If he asks you how much, you just raise your hands this way, and that's it." The boy ran to that person's place, and he approached him. When the person saw that stone, the jeweler, he just screamed, and he was so happy. He said, "Oh my God, I was looking for this stone for quite some time now, and I can't believe it that it's just at my doors. How much are you going to pay me for this?" "I'm going to pay you $200,000 for this, because I was looking for it, and it is one of the rarest of the stones that I have ever known." And the boy then goes back to his father and tells him the entire thing. And then the father tells him, there would be times and there would be people who would treat you just like a commodity, as if you're just commodity, which has a value of $2 maybe. And sometimes if they know a little bit about what exactly you do and who you are, they will raise the value of that and accordingly equate you with that. But there are those people who would really know you for who you are, know your value exactly. And my dear son, you must choose the place which will know your value. Isn't that interesting and worth noting that there are times when we try to find our value, and if we go to the marketplace and we sell it just for $2, we'll think that that's our value and we'll live with that thought. But if we go to the right place where our talents will be acknowledged, where the people, the surrounding, the environment would know what we bring to the table, and then they will see us for who we truly are, that's when you will know what you bring to the table and what's your true value. So learn to place yourself in the right place. That's very, very crucial. So surround yourself with people who would uplift you, know you, understand you, and value you for who you are, rather than being at wrong places where you'll be treated just like another commodity. And before I wind up this video, I would like to also throw some light on one aspect which is very, very important, and that is, before the world knows your value, it is important for you to understand your value. Remember, you are invaluable. I repeat it, you are invaluable. And you bring, by being who you are, your value to the table, into the world, through your gifts, through your talents, through your specialities, by just being who you are. That's your value. And we are no less or greater than anybody, but we all are unique, and that's our true value. Our uniqueness is our true value. So do remember this. And there's one more thing. If you focus on yourself, then you will know what your worth and value is, and then you do not have to attach your value either to a job or a pay or the relationships that you have or the accumulations that you have or anything, but you will then value yourself. Even if you do not have anything, even if your bank balance is zero, you will know your worth. And you may Google and see the life stories of Sylvester Stallone and all those big personalities. They knew their value, and so even at their dip and lowest point, they did not succumb to the pressures of the external world. And because they knew their value, they paved their way accordingly. And so my invitation to you in the coming year is to know your value and accordingly place yourself in such places. And never doubt you're worth it, you are unique, and that's your true value. With this, I would like to wind up this video and wish you all a fantastic, fabulous new year, so that you come home to yourself in this new year and discover yourself and find yourself, how beautiful, how wonderful, how worthy you truly are. Loads of love. Take care. Bye-bye.